heart to be that I wanna be. You're crying my heart to me. How's everyone doing? Well, somebody wrote to me. Freaking cold. Mm. Mm. How's everyone's doing today? Good? I'm alright. I hope people join us. How's everyone doing today? I'm alright. Just chilling. Almost hump day. Mm. Me, I'm just texting people. Tell them to get on. Come and join us. It is freezing. I'm cold. Very cold. Thank you for liking. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well if you're new. How's everybody's day though? Mine is alright. It was good as cannabis is the best. I think this blueberry. Yeah. Blueberry is the it's blueberry, but it's the strain is sativa. Yeah. Sativa is the best. One of the best strains. No, not sativa, indica. I don't know why I always get confused. Mm. I don't know why I get confused. But it's to me it's pretty good. The purpose for me is to get high. What's the purpose? If that wasn't the purpose, I wouldn't smoke. I wanna get high, so high. I wanna get high. We don't talk about age here, bro. Why 18 plus? Because this is an 18 plus channel. You didn't know, but because I smoke weed and other stuff. We talk about true crime and stuff like that. But thanks for asking. Hit that like and subscribe button. Yeah. Yeah. Talking about true crime. Let's see anything going on today in this world.
Today marks the start of a landmark trial in a lawsuit claiming that social media companies are using addicting tech to hook children. TikTok, one of the social media giants being sued in this case, just agreed to settle the suit and avoid the courtroom. But Meta and YouTube are opting to go to trials. Let's bring in CBS News correspondent Chanel Call live for us in the CBS News 24/7 newsroom. Chanel, what can you tell us about this lawsuit? Go over the details for us.
Well, let's start with who launched this lawsuit. It was launched by someone who was a teenager at the time, identified in this case as KGM. And Liz, KGM is alleging in this suit essentially that she became addicted to social media apps through things like doom scroll, features that we have come to be very familiar with, also with the algorithms, with the way the notifications work. And she's alleging in this lawsuit that that addiction eventually led to mental health problems. Now, you mentioned this off the top. Where we're at in this case right now is about a week ago, Snap and KGM actually reached a settlement. And then just earlier today, moments before this case was supposed to begin its trial, we found out that TikTok also ended up settling with KGM. The terms of those settlements have not been made public. We don't know exactly what was involved in this, but we can say that that is a big step forward in this case because it now means those two companies, Snap and TikTok, will not have to be part of this trial. Meta and YouTube, for their part, are saying that they're welcoming their opportunity to defend the work that their companies do. They've denied these allegations, but this is part
That's
of a
crazy.
larger picture. This will be the first big test of this argument that, we've talked about this as a lot of people are comparing to what we saw happen with big tobacco decades ago, where the allegations really are that these companies have created products that inherently are addictive by nature and that addiction has then led to some pretty awful health outcomes for young Americans, for millions of young Americans. We're talking about things like depression, anxiety, in some cases, eating disorders, body image disorders. And then we've also got cases where we're seeing, unfortunately, self-harm and in some instances, suicide. So this will be the first big test of that argument.
Crazy.
As for this case specifically, the trial is expected to last about 6 to 8 weeks. Jury selection was set to begin today. And we're also hoping to hear from some big executives involved in this story, including Mark Zuckerberg himself.
Janelle Call, thank you so much. All right, I want to bring in Lily Jamali, a technology correspondent at the BBC. Lily, you've been covering the tech world for years. How big a deal is this case that's going to trial?
It's a really big deal, Elizabeth, and great to be on with you. I had an opportunity to actually speak with the plaintiff's attorney last week, and he told me that this is the first time that we're seeing a case about social media addiction among young people go to a jury so that a jury can actually have the opportunity to hold social media companies accountable. First time in a court of law anywhere in the world. So in that respect, we're really marking this case as a landmark. For a long time, these companies have used a legal provision that was passed 30 years ago, before social media even existed, this provision called Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act of 1996. It's just a 26-word law, and they have used it to say that they're not responsible for what third parties, what their users post to their platforms. What this case is about, though, is about the design of these platforms, the decisions that companies like Meta and others have made about their algorithms and notifications and other features.
They're responsible
that
for that.
These plaintiffs allege keep users on these platforms, sometimes for really long periods of time.
Now, as we just mentioned, TikTok opted to settle the case before it even went to trial. But what are you hearing about Meta and YouTube that they haven't settled yet? Is there a reason behind that?
Yeah, and we should also throw in there the fact that Snap Inc., which is the parent company of Snapchat, also settled this same case just a couple days ago, and so that's noteworthy as well. From what social media and legal scholars that I've been talking to are saying, these companies, Meta and YouTube, the defendants that are left, they have deep pockets, and so we do expect them to fight this case to the end.
How you doing, Jessica?
Meta, for one, has responded to our inquiries saying that they are, they strongly disagree with the allegations being brought by this plaintiff, KGM, and that they're very confident in their case, in their legal defense. And what we're going to see in the trial that's starting in Los Angeles, in just a couple of days, we could see CEO Mark Zuckerberg, along with other tech executives, take the stand and try to defend their companies. Mark Zuckerberg has done that before on this issue, most notably before the U.S. Congress back in 2024. So just 2 years ago, telling U.S. senators that based on the scientific body of evidence, that in his view, there's no causal link between using social media and these adverse health effects that we're talking about, which can include suicidal thoughts, depression, and the like.
So what impact, Lily, could it have on social media platforms if Meta and YouTube lose these cases?
Well, I would point you to some of the big personal injury cases of, the last couple of decades. So think about cases like big tobacco or the cases brought against pharmaceutical companies and the opioid cases. That was just a couple of years ago. These are situations where those companies have had to make major payouts. And so we do expect these companies, Meta and YouTube,
don't forget to like and subscribe,
to fight these allegations to the end. One of the things one legal scholar told me is that, and I think, a lot of parents might agree with this, that there is, by and large, a widespread agreement that there are harms that come from social media. The question in this case is going to be whether those harms can be directly tied to decisions made by these social media companies.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to watch, especially
Thank you, I
if these
appreciate
big tech
it.
execs take the stand.
Absolutely.
All right, Lily, thank you so much. Good to see you.
Oh, the allergies are terrible. I only need 6 more subs to 1,000. 6 more subscribers to 1,000, guys. What's my? Just chilling here, guys. Come smoke a joint with me. Some good ass weed though. Nope. You don't even know why I take this. It helps with my neck pain, my back pain. It's not a cigarette. This is medical marijuana. It's medicine. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Tomorrow's hump day. If I smoke cigarettes, stop? I don't. I hate cigarettes. About to sneeze. Give me 1 second. Thank you. Gracias. Oh. Oh. My allergies are pretty bad today. I hate it. I hate having this allergies. Just drinking water. Water's good for you. Yeah, drink water. Uh, Damn, why barely people here today? I'm about to restart. Yeah, I'm gonna restart. I'll be back later, guys.